In the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Trae Young. Anthony Davis is out there with Keyshawn George. Then it's Sarr, and it's Koulibaly in at the 2 spot. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Stan, you remember this past summer, the story was, will the Bucks or will they not trade Giannis?
It's tough to carry on business as usual with all those clouds swirling. We know how loyal he's been, but questions remain about his ability to compete for a title in Milwaukee.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Inside, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Giannis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Up top, Sarr. Pass to Davis. And good that time.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Porter. And Davis pulls it down.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
And George kicks to Young. Off target from outside. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Porter finds Turner. Now, Antetokounmpo. He's defended by Koulibaly. Rollins. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Young, and it goes down 2 points. Tie game in Milwaukee. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Yeah, that was a sharp start, but we've got a long way to go. They're going to have to sustain that intensity.
So on the floor for Washington, Carlton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then it's Anthony Davis. And there's Riley. And it's Vukcevic in at the center position.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Here's Carrington. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for Milwaukee. Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gives.
And really, with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Here's Green. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Trent. From 10 feet out, Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
It's hauled in by Trent. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Kuzma, right side, hits it from three-point range. Kuzma's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Carrington. 2 on the clock. No good on the layup. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. We're live. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Porter is out there with Rollins, and it's Jang in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
Shooting while in rhythm, Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, "If I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision." I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Back to you guys.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Davis. Puts the move on. The rebound by the Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Chang with a screen on Davis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the boards.
Wizards trail by 9. George passes to Young. Pass to Koulibaly. The three from George. Drains the three-pointer.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks lead by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. George is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Sarr in at the center. For the finish, he punishes the rim on a coast-to-coaster.
And this is how you execute in transition. Porter Jr. enjoys leaking out and running all over the defense.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Washington Wizards. 8-point game. Got it to go off the glass.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis up strong with force.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Wizards trail by 8. Young with the ball. Out guarded by Giannis. Can't get it.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
It's Turner. And there's the dunk.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bucks.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And here is Antetokounmpo. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's why we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about wraps it up. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And we'll see you next time.